Hello, I'm Richard Kasubi, and I'll be covering Objective 4.5, Identify 6 Steps You Can Take to Improve Your Intercultural Communication Skills. Looking at the components of successful intercultural communication, you might have found yourself asking some of these questions in different business interactions. Why didn't he shake my hand? What now when someone's bowing to you? Should I give him my card? And she's a bit close. That's all about effective communication across the cultures, and you want to focus on improving intercultural communication skills as well as enhancing sensitivity to culture and diversity. How do you do that? One way is overcoming ethnocentrism. That's basically the belief or judgment of another culture based on your own culture, and then concluding that your culture is more superior. And then, of course, recognizing cultural variations, that everyone's different. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to take you through 6 different steps to help you with those ways to improve your intercultural communication. One being study other cultures and languages. Respect communication style preferences. Write clearly. Speaking and listening carefully, and helping others adapt to your culture. In studying other cultures, making an effort to learn about someone's culture is a sign of respect. Different ways you can learn: music and movies, travel websites, and even the local newspapers and magazines. What you're going to learn? Social customs. An example is handing someone a business card. In the lower picture, you'll see someone just nonchalantly handing a business card over. Face down, doesn't really matter, one-handed, kind of, without care. Above is a Japanese way of handing a business card over. Both hands carefully handing the business card over, as it means something to the giver. The receiver will take the card face up with the words facing them so they can see it. Other items you're going to learn are clothing and food preferences, political patterns, ethics, values, and laws, and religious and social customs. If you happen to put symbols into a presentation when you're dealing with someone from another culture, be sure those symbols won't offend another culture. Studying other languages. Globalized commerce requires increased multilingual communicators. Don't assume because a language is spoken the same way between countries. Same language might have different meanings, and the same country might have different languages. The example to the right is Papua New Guinea. They have 839 different languages. India has 454 languages. So don't just assume because you're talking to a group of Indian nationals that they're all going to speak the same language. Learning a second language can help improve your career opportunities. Learning common phrases demonstrates commitment to business relationships. And mobile apps help greatly, especially with real-time translation like the Apple Translator as shown there. You can speak into it. It will not only speak the language back to you so you can hear it, but it will also give you the text as well. Respecting preferences for communication styles. Looking at a high context versus low context continuum, you just kind of see where the United States is. More of a lower context communicator. As you get towards the Arab and Asian countries, they tend to be more higher context. What you want to remember is communication styles vary greatly from culture to culture. Directness and level of formality will also vary. In the United States, when dealing with someone from an Asian country, for example, you want to be more formal and less direct. You want to have collaborative and not demanding tones. You want to have that more working together tone as you're speaking to your counterpart in a business setting. And stay away from terms and phrases like thanks and one we take for granted is I'm having a look at. So be careful with some of that. So it can be confusing and might just turn the conversation in a different direction. Writing clearly is another item you want to take care of. It's always important, but it's essential when communicating with someone whose language is their first language is different from yours. Choose your words carefully. Make them short and precise. Restrict sentences to a single idea so as to not confuse what you're talking about. And avoid words with multiple meanings like right, and right. And the example to the right is a crane and a crane. So if you're dealing with somebody from a construction company, you want to make sure you use the right word. Keep your paragraphs short to better process for the reader. Cite your numbers and dates in local formats. Not everybody says the day, the month, the year. Sometimes it's the month, the day, and then the year. And use transitions to make sure that you're ending one idea and beginning another. Speaking and listening carefully. The picture is representative and important because you can only do one thing at a time. Speak into the can and listen to the can. To be more effective in intercultural communication conversations, remember these tips. Speak slowly and clearly. Don't rephrase until it's obviously necessary. Look for and ask for feedback. Don't talk down to the other person. As I spoke before, not demanding, collaborative. Double check to make sure you and the other party agree. When you're listening, accept what you hear without judgment. Let the speaker finish, and in some cases, you might even need a translator. Helping others adapt to your culture. Helping others adapt will make for a more productive workplace. In the intercultural development continuum, you'll see from the left that missing the difference and not even recognizing you're in denial. As you get towards the center, which is a lot of people are, they're trying to de-emphasize the difference and minimize it, and then work towards more of an adaptation where we bridge across the differences. Offer advice when you hear mistakes from a non-native speaker. Be respectful, and you might even learn something as well. Work on simplifying the communications process. If it allows, offer a request for written forms of communication and add video if you can. In summary, studying other cultures is an appreciation of diversity. Learning the language, even if it's just a few basic words, can make the difference between making a positive or successful business transaction or possibly even a negative. Respect other cultures' communication styles. Avoid humor and references to popular culture. What might be funny to you might be totally different to somebody else in a different culture. Speak clearly and listen carefully. Two big keywords out of there. And then finally, ask for feedback to ensure communication was a success. Here's my works cited. Again, I'm Richard Kasubi, and that's my presentation for today. Thank you.